Hello everybody, welcome back to the SBGamefun channel and to another episode of Starfield. Welcome back. Thanks for all the subs. Appreciate support, views, likes, subscribe, blah blah blah. Okay, here we are at the clinic. Our objective today is to go to that location. Alright, let's take a quick look. Discover what Infinity Ltd is doing at the clinic. Retrieve the Rothocyte shipment. Alright, here we go. Lots of guards.
Can't wait till I can rotate out of here.
This area's off limits. Authorized personnel only.
I'm sorry, just a little lost.
Obviously. If you need help, go ask reception.
Okay. Did I miss my opportunity to persuade the guy? I wanted to take some of that stuff. Whatever, Hippolaya.
Everything good? We're here to help. Great. You again. Authorized personnel only.
Persuade.
Yeah, I bet you do.
I know you have to keep people out. I admire someone who respects rules.
Thank you.
This is important. Lives depend on it.
Yeah, sure they do.
Now you're starting to make me angry. Oh man, why did they get? What is this?
You think you scare me? Look, if you need help, talk to someone in reception. Look, now get out of here before I arrest you.
God, I hate these characters. Alright.
Someone authorized you to be in here?
Something else I can help you with?
Don't cause any problems.
I need access to the secure wing.
Oh, sorry. No one gets into the secure wing. That area isn't even open to standard clinic personnel. All I know is whoever we contracted it out to has it guarded at all times.
The guard on duty has a real attitude. Yes, he does. I would think Freestar guards had better things to do than to guard a medical facility. With constant surveillance, it sounds either military, illegal, or both. Is it typical for a clinic to have private contracts?
Oh yeah. Anytime someone needs access to a lot of medical equipment, we usually end up with a private contract. But they're not all this secret, of course.
Okay, let's say this one.
Believe it or not, I've had that same conversation with the guard myself. He doesn't even know what's going on. But it's fun to speculate.
I'd be curious to know how he ended up here.
Well, just between you and me, I know he's posted here because he got demoted for an Aurora addiction. And he just struggles sometimes. He only lightens up when Dr. Oshin is around. I think he has a bit of a crush. It's kind of cute if you ask me. Any other questions?
Dr. Ocean. What makes you think he has a crush on Dr. Ocean?
Whenever Dr. Oshin is around, his face just lights up. You can see him trying to hold back a full-blown smile, almost. I think a positive relationship could be really good for him. It's just hard to tell if Dr. Oshin feels the same.
How do you know he has an Aurora addiction?
I know I shouldn't say this, but we've treated him before.
Oh.
He's only still working here because he came forward about his addiction and asked for help. I'm just concerned about a relapse. He still seems to struggle with staying clean.
Have you seen anyone enter or leave the secure wing?
I know there's a doctor and some nurses, along with a handful of volunteers. My best guess is they're running some sort of clinical trials, but it's been a long time running. I haven't seen anyone leave, or they may just be releasing them when I'm not here.
No more questions. Well, you know, let me ask this one because I don't remember if there's a Dr. Ocean here.
Dr. Oshin is our newest doctor here. He works in the medical wing under our lead doctor, Dr. Darvish. I'm sure he'll be the one taking over should Dr. Darvish ever retire.
Okay, no more questions.
My pleasure. Let me know if you need anything else.
Worst I usually have to deal with is folks.
Okay. Is there anything I can do here? Retrieve the if I find a way to inside. Discover what. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, that. Anything? Nope. Nope. Okay. Alright, let me do a quick save. I'm gonna talk to the guy again.
You see any heat leeches? You've got our permission to take care of them. Things are dangerous, apparently.
Alright, let's lie to him. I don't want to get the guy addicted to Aurora.
Are you serious? I didn't think he'd take me up on the offer. Okay, I'll be right back, and don't try anything while I'm gone.
Sorry, go ahead. It can't be this one. It could be at the bottom. Well, let's do the top first. I think I can see the bottom. There we go. Do I have a disruptor? Oh my goodness, I need to sell. I have a disruptor here somewhere, don't I? Nova Blast, there we go.
Sean, you don't want to go over this again. I'm tired, all right? Just not today.
You can't be okay with this, though, right? You took an oath, and I'd say this is a firm violation.
Look, we got that shipment. Although who knows what Faye expects me to do with it. But maybe approvals really are on the way. Now please, get back to Kai. Make sure his vitals are stable. I don't want to lose him. We'll figure this out. I promise.
Fine. But if we lose Kai, that's it. I'm going to SSNN. I don't give a shit about my career anymore.
You and me both.
Okay, I don't want to steal anything, so let's see if we can do this quickly. Anything in the personal logs? Oh man, look at all this. Another failure. Kai's results are initially so promising, but now the poor kid is in a coma. I thought surely he would be the light at the end of the grisly tunnel. We've now gone through our entire list of subjects, and I dread the idea that Infinity would just sign up more. What is going on over there? Has Faye completely lost her mind? I understand when corporations rush things when it comes to household products, or maybe office software, but not something that will endanger the lives of others. This internal Neuroamp may as well be a murder weapon, and I'm the one with blood on my hands. Contract aside, I'm certain this will end in ruin. Moral struggles. I started to believe I once walked into the clinic with the high hopes of what Sean and I would bring about, the concept of the internal Neuroamp from Faye, and promises of fame and fortune provided all the motivation I needed. It blinded me. I never should have agreed to start the trials without proper approval. I never should have dragged Sean into this. I see now why it was always such a struggle to get my own approval for human trials. I also see why the contracts are so complex. I never thought I'd lose a patient on my watch, and here I've lost more than I wish to say. Infinity's legal team has assured me that the contracts with the subjects signed keep us clear from any legal repercussions. But since the trial itself is still unapproved, I have a feeling they've little to stand on. But somehow the hopefulness remains. After the initial losses, I told myself no more. But Faye would insist her changes to the prototype were solid, that it should be the last one. I'd find myself with a renewed motivation and confidence, only to find another dead at my hands. We have 3 subjects left. They are aware of the fate of their predecessors. Faye has informed me her latest prototype is complete and on its way. I can only hope I make the right decision. My first loss. We lost our first subject today, A01, Bronwyn Mayer. The procedure went very well, but I believe the Neuroamp overheated, burning the portion of the brain where it had contact. I sent the results to Faye. She believes she has the solution, but my God, I never lost a patient before. I sent everyone home. Sean wanted to stay, but I told him to go. I know he needed to process what happened too. I didn't want to hold him back. I tell myself it was the Neuroamp, and it wasn't my fault, but if it feels like an excuse, it must be. And what will happen now? These trials aren't even approved, and I already have a death on my hands. I thought it was signing up for new advancements in neuroscience. But if I'm not careful, this could ruin what I have left of my career. A new start. Today marks the start of a new adventures in neuroscience. Although Infinity Ltd is still waiting for official approval, we're moving forward and testing their latest technology, an internal Neuroamp. I can't tell you how excited I am to be on a new project, and I have a chance to regain some admiration among my colleagues. I've invited Sean to come along with me on the project since he's familiar with how I operate. Plus, like myself, I knew he could really use the credits. These procedures should be quick and simple, so it really matters of Infinity Ltd's tech playing nicely with brain tissue. Dr. Faye Savang is the creator of this new Neuroamp, and she's assured me smooth sailing. Let's just hope with our combined expertise we find success. This could be a boost to both careers. Boost to careers needed. Subject logs. Oh, here's Project Dominion. Let's go to subject logs. Subject A. Let's go to A8. Osmia Leinhardt, 22, deceased. Implant version 3.0. Experimental alloy, titanium grade 120. Notes: initial procedure appeared successful, but signs of edema began approximately an hour after surgery. The initial attempts to stabilize with MedPod failed, and the condition worsened rapidly. We began surgery prep but A01 expired and complete brain failure before we could operate. Wow. Okay. Subject A09, Jacinda Carradine, 25, deceased. Implanted version 3.3, titanium grade 125. Procedures was a success and all vitals were normal for the first day. Rejection of the implant started approximately 37 hours after surgery. I believe A09 inadvertently used the Neuroamp on a staff member who reported severe dizziness. Emergency surgery was performed to remove the Neuroamp, but experienced brain death shortly after removal. Subject A10, Kai Porter, 23, coma, implanted version 3.5, titanium grade 128. Initial procedures were successful. Patient reported no change for the first 4 days. Brain waves were normal. Condition tests were 100% across the board. Testing the Neuroamp on day 5 appeared to bring on severe headaches with eventual brain hemorrhaging. Neuroamp was removed to prevent death, but the patient is currently in a coma. Alright, let's pick it up. Introduction. No, there's no pickup. We're going to read it. Welcome to Infinity, Dr. Kendrick Lane. Welcome to Infinity LTD Fold. We hope you find the breakthrough research we need to perfect Project Dominion. You came highly recommended by Faye Sengsavan, our head of research and development. So we're very excited to have you with us. I understand your concerns on these human trials being unauthorized, but I assure you this is just a minor hiccup. I've been told we're only a few days away from approval, and we'll get those documents to you as soon as possible. Please remember that all subjects have signed waivers accepting the risk. I hope this will ease any hesitation you may have. The end will justify the means. Lucas Drexler. Wow. Dogs. Alright. Research targets. Project Dominion requires compatible alloy that the human brain will not reject when the internal Neuroamp is surgically implanted. Goal 1. Find the correct alloy ratio. A series of metals have been provided for a wide range of experimentation. We're currently looking into obtaining a rare metal to be delivered at a later date. Goal number 2. Ensure the effectiveness of the internal Neuroamp. Once implantation is successful, ensure the Neuroamp can be used effectively. No side effects should be detected for either the user or the target. 3. Minimize casualties. Infinity LTD understands that severe injuries and even fatalities may be encountered. Do not let issues hinder such research progress. Notify your contact and we'll take care of it. Wow. Return to Veena. Okay, let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. Whoops. That's Can we escape from here? No, I think we're inside.
You know, if you go out there with no helmet on, your head'll totally explode.
That guy didn't even see me come out. I'm not gonna wait. I'm out of here. Okay. I should have gone to the cockpit. Doggone it.
I don't know about you, but a fella could do a lot worse in Constellation.
Alright, get out of my way, man.
Hey.
Oh, good. Story time. Love it.
Okay. Where's my escape route? Well, that's to the clinic.
You keep installing new cool things in your ship. It's like Christmas every day.
I've forgotten what the inside of this ship looks like. Oh, don't do that. It's funny. When I want to fall through the thing, he jumps and grabs the ledge. And when I don't want to, he falls. Alright. I think I have to undock. Alright, can I fly like this here? Okay, where's my destination? Active Oli. Okay, I can't do it here. I have to exit. I have to undock. There we go.
Dad, do you think Solomon Coe would have liked me?
Sure. Everybody likes you, don't they?
Do you think he would have liked you?
Well, if you listen to your
Indicators
grandpa,
agree.
Solomon Coe
We're
would have given
free.
me a good whooping. But
Let's get back to... I hope we don't get scanned. Okay, something tells me I'm going to have problems here. Because it's grayed out.
I think he would have liked the man I grew into.
Okay, did I pick up some contraband or something? Would it be an aid? It would be listed as a contraband. Okay. Since it won't allow me to fast travel, we'll do it this the old clunky way. God.
I will never get tired of that.
Please hold your current speed and heading while we scan you for contraband. That's it. Our scan detected contraband on board. Halt and prepare to be boarded. All illegal and stolen goods will be confiscated. Good. We don't need any more trouble today.
Well, that was unfortunate. Jeez. What the heck did I lose the Rothosite? No. I must have had some type of contraband I picked up I didn't know. It must have been that drug. Man, I probably lost that thing. I said I'm not worried about it. That's okay. It got me back into the office here. I paid the.
I don't like the
fine.
look of you.
Shut up. I don't even know how I picked up that neon, that drug. Because I have the Rothocyte, so I don't understand what they're talking about.
Quit staring.
Shut up. I'm figuring whether or not I failed that mission or not. Return to Veena. Yeah, well, I still have the Rothocyte. I saw it in my bag. Ugh.
Don't cause any trouble.
Shut up.
Hey there. Good to see you again.
Hey there. Just hand Veena the shipment so we can get on with it.
Shut up. Oh my god, what's wrong with you?
Is that my beautiful shipment? You were right about this one, Masako.
Hopefully all here and accounted for.
Looks like it. This should be more than enough. Now, I shall excuse myself and get to work on finalizing this prototype.
So, what did you learn about CM Station RC-1?
Infinity hired ecliptic mercenaries to obtain the shipment.
Lucas must be desperate if he hired them to collect the Rothocyte. Were there any survivors?
None. But I made sure Ecliptic paid in blood. No one lived. Ecliptic killed them all. Now let's say the top one.
Good. I may not condone murder, but I refuse to have sympathy for indiscriminate killers like Ecliptic. Especially after massacring innocents working for us. Now, I also had a report that you were spotted at the clinic. I take it you traced the shipment there?
Yes, Infinity Ltd had a private contract at the clinic for a secure wing. I found records that the Ecliptic has rerouted the shipment to the clinic for a Dr. Kendrick Lane.
Dr. Lane? I believe Veena is familiar with his work, specializing in neurosurgery. Were you able to determine what he was doing at the clinic?
Infinity Ltd was performing illegal human trials to perfect their Neuroamp. Infinity was killing people trying to get their internal Neuroamp to work.
Human trials? Without even completing his product? Ugh, Lucas must be insane. I'll make sure Yuko's team extracts every bit of information they can from the clinic's database on this. Between hiring Ecliptic and unauthorized human trials, we have enough to take Lucas down for good. And with the Rothocyte secure, it's almost time for us to make our move.
How long was it going to take for Veena to complete the internal Neuroamp? It's about time. Infinity's research is dead in the water without that Rothocyte. It's time to make It's time to take Infinity Lucas down once and for all. Well, let's get started.
Head up to the executive floor and speak to Dalton. He has an update for you on the mole's identity. I've called a meeting and I expect you to attend. It's time to put the final plan in motion.
Alright, let's save. Quick save. Alright. Thank you for getting that. Mission updated. Sabotage. What is sabotage? Meet Dalton in his office. Don't.
Don't wander into any restricted area.
Shut up.
Good. You're right on time. I reevaluated all the evidence. It took every resource I had, but the final answer is clear. Ularo is the mole.
I knew Imogene was innocent. Ularo's a traitor. She's going to pay for this. Does this mean we can bring back Imogene? Bring Imogene back in?
In due time. I'll be reaching out, but right now we need her to remain in hiding.
Alright, Ularo's a traitor. I knew Imogene was innocent.
Yes. You made the right call. I've briefed Masako and discussed her plans on handling this. While we both agree Ularo is guilty, we need irrefutable evidence before presenting this to the board. For now, we lead everyone to believe that Imogene was the mole, and the situation was dealt with.
Alright, pretend Imogene was the mole so Ularo won't get suspicious. Got it. Understood. I don't want solid proof that no one can question. Masako's the CEO, she should just fire Ularo. That's a good point. But let's just say this. Understood.
Good. Keeping Ularo in the dark is the key to taking her down. Masako has tasked Ularo with writing the program to bring down Infinity Ltd. We believe she'll take the chance to incriminate Masako within the program, so this could provide the evidence we're looking for. You will be tasked with the assignment to infiltrate Infinity, so before you go, I want you to bring that program to me.
Alright, whatever she gives me is yours. There's no way she frames Masako too.
Good. Once Ularo believes she's properly deflected any suspicion, I have no doubt she'll be bold enough to hide something within whatever program she writes. Now, let's attend a meeting.
Take a seat in the conference room. That's a chair.
We called you all together to discuss a recent security breach. We discovered a mole within the company who leaked vital information about Project Dominion to Infinity Ltd.
You've got to be kidding me.
Just don't tell me it's Veena. I think we've all noticed she's not here.
Before you speculate any further, no, it's not Veena. The guilty party is Imogene Salzo, much to my disappointment. Our operative here obtained the evidence to confirm it.
Yes, Imogene confessed to working for Infinity Ltd. Imogene was trying to use her expertise to set up Ularo as the mole. I was able to find and confront Imogene about the situation. Yes, let's say that.
Dalton, how does something like this happen?
Imogene is highly trained. Ularo can even speak to that. We demand the best. So that's the threat we deal with.
I may have well-trained operatives, but security is your responsibility, Dalton. This is a huge failing on your part.
I accept the responsibility, but let's not forget, the mole has already been exposed and dealt with.
Of course, thanks to another of my operatives.
Quit trying to blame each other. Betrayal is a classic symptom of corporate culture. You can't blame Dalton for this. Maybe someone should be keeping better tabs on their employees. Let's do this.
I'd even go beyond symptom and call it a trait. Imogene's been dealt with, so bickering is pointless. All I care about is reacquiring our property and what this might be costing us financially.
Veena is completing the internal Neuroamp prototype as we speak. Our operative will receive the implant, infiltrate Infinity Ltd, and obtain any and all research. I have it on good authority. The experimentations they've done to replicate the missing pieces of our work have resulted in fatalities.
They're performing illegal human trials at the clinic.
I can't imagine the mess their legal department has on their hands.
If I may make a suggestion, we should give this evidence to David at SSNN. It's the best neutral method of releasing this information to the general public.
That'd make my job easier.
David it is, then.
Masako, the internal Neuroamp is ready if you want to send down the candidate.
I hope you're ready for this.
No, I'm not a big fan of this. I'm always ready to do whatever it takes. When it comes to pioneering technology advancements, you bet I am. Hardly, but it's not like I have much of a choice, is it? Yes, to advance the quest. Let's just say whatever.
Good. I can tell Veena is going to enjoy working with you. Veena will be waiting for you in the Neuroamp division in R&D. Once you're done, meet me in my office. Be ready to discuss the details of your next assignment.
Alright, so let's go down to R&D. Oops. I knew the side was on. I just... Alright. So down to research and development.
Okay. Hello.
Double check those measurements are right. Anesthesia always makes me nervous.
Oh, man.
Warning. This unit is not suited for addressing mental health concerns.
It's good to see you again. Ah, here's my lucky candidate. I hope you're ready to embark on one amazing journey.
Yeah, just don't fry my brain. It's not like I have a choice. Yeah, it's not like I have a choice. Just don't fry my brain.
Oh, don't worry. That's not on the agenda. Now, just a few details before we begin. Obviously, we'll be putting you under. I'll be making a small incision in the back of your skull where the internal neuroamp will be fitted. The whole procedure should only take 3 to 4 hours with little to no downtime afterwards, provided DeMarcus got everything entered correctly.
Did I not just say I quadruple-checked the numbers?
You know I'm just giving you a hard time. Besides, I've got to make sure my patient is reassured.
I'm sure everything's going to be okay. Right. Because joking around before surgery is always reassuring. Let's get this over with. I've got a corporation to take down.
Fine. I get it. Now, just lie down on the table once you're ready, and we should be good to go.
You know, in real life, there'd be pre-op, like a week of tests and stuff like that. Yeah.
All right, let's get this party started. Well, look who's finally up. The operation was a success, obviously. Once you're able to refocus, let me know how you're doing. So, how are you feeling? You look good?
I feel fine. Everything seems to be the same. I'm disappointed. I was hoping for some cool bionic modifications. Yeah.
Yep, that's me every morning. But the whole point of this is no visual indication and no adverse side effects. So, sounds like we're on track. Just a couple quick notes before using the internal Neuroamp. First, you can only influence one person at a time. And second, the effect is temporary, so be prepared if you use it in a combat situation.
Understood.
Great. Now let's test this sucker out. DeMarcus has graciously volunteered for science, he says.
Alright, let's see what this internal Neuroamp can do. That's awfully brave of him considering what happened at the clinic. No, the clinic was bad trials.
That's the spirit. DeMarcus loves being hands-on and experiencing things on his own. It's probably why he's the second most published scientist here, after me. Just head up the stairs nearby to the observation deck.
You appear dehydrated. I suggest immediate ingestion of a moderate quantity of water.
Upstairs, observation deck. Press F to open your scanner and target the person you want to manipulate. Press E to bring up your social skills and select manipulation. Once a person has been manipulated, select the object or the person you want them to interact with. Okay. So I'm going to go to the scanner. Diplomacy, instigation, intimidation, and manipulation are all social skills that you activate while your scanner is up. Hover your cursor over the target and press E to bring up the social skills. Select which skill you want to use with the mouse scroll wheel. If you fail a social skill, your target will be immune to all future skill attempts. Social skill attempts, okay. E. Use the manipulation on Marcus to find a way to open the door. Okay. So I'm gonna do E. E. Inspect E. That was weird. Okay, let's try this again. Scan. E. Good Marcus. Social. E. Oh no, don't do that. Oh, there's a terminal. Oh, there's a key. Okay. So let's scan. That wasn't there before. Dadgummit. right. Let's try it again. Okay, so we come down here and have him unlock the door. Is that how it works? Unlock. Darn it. Scan? Yeah, these tools are not functioning very well. Yeah, all the prompts didn't pop up.
Oh my god, that was incredible. What was it like?
Wow. How to describe it? 1 minute I was excited about seeing how the experiment would go. The next, I had a brief moment of disorientation and figured I must have lost my train of thought. It felt eerily natural. And yes, I admit it, just as you predicted.
I knew it, I knew it, I knew it! I can hardly wait to finish writing up my latest dissertation. And you owe me 100 creds.
I'll be keeping myself under constant surveillance now. I'm curious if any other side effects may manifest.
So, tell me all about it. How did it feel? Any side effects?
It's clunky. It didn't feel like anything at all to me. That was way too easy. Yeah, I didn't feel... Oh my god. It's a comedy. Okay, I didn't feel like anything at all.
Yes! Good. Hear that, DeMarcus? That's 2 for 2 now.
I heard. It really was fascinating how all I experienced was a moment of disorientation. It's truly remarkable tech.
I'd never be comfortable as someone's puppet. Yeah, it's true. Like I said, I don't want to manipulate people. That just sounds unethical.
Maybe that's the beauty of it. You'd never know. Besides, the Neuroamp is in total control. If a subject's morals or beliefs in something are strong enough, we still see points of failure. That being said, it's been interesting to discover the actions our subjects sanction in their own minds.
Okay. As much as I'd love to go over the details and potential of this amazing piece of technology I created, Masako wants to see you. It sounds like you have an assignment to complete, and DeMarcus and I have a lot of notes to record.
Alright.
I can't
Might as well finish all this running around.
With my help, of course.
Let's get back up to the executive wing.
Keep out of my way, and I'll keep out of yours.
My career will be over if this deal falls through.
Good, you're here. I wasn't sure how accurate Veena's promise of no downtime was going to be. Now that you've been outfitted with the internal Neuroamp, it's time to put that tech to work. We're sending you into Infinity Ltd. Lucas Drexler is about to learn exactly why you don't steal from Ryujin Industries.
Will make him wish he never heard of Project Dominion. Yeah, let's be gung-ho.
And wish he shall, every day, while he rots away in prison. All right. Yuko has provided a layout of Infinity Ltd. You have 2 options for this assignment. We'll be providing you with the means for both. Option A, you gain entry through their maintenance access on the roof. Option B, we give you an assigned identity and arrange a meeting for you.
I'll figure it out when I get there.
As long as you're prepared when the time comes. Now, depending on your preference, you'll either find yourself in the maintenance hallway or the marketing department. From there, you have 3 targets. First, you have Lucas Drexler's computer, located in his office on the executive floor. Second is Faye Sengsavan's computer, in research and development. And third, you need to obtain the prototype they are working on, also in R&D.
As you can see, you've several floors to traverse, so I hope you're prepared for an adventure.
No problem, I can handle it. That's a lot of ground to cover without getting caught. Yeah, that's a good point.
Nothing a good operative can't manage. Now, I had Ularo create a program that you need to run on both Lucas and Faye's computers. I'll let her explain the details.
You see, once we expose Infinity Ltd, all of their data is going to come under intense scrutiny. We only want the public to know about their mercenary hires and unauthorized human trials, but Project Dominion needs to remain confidential. I've created an overseer program that will gather all the evidence we need, and at the same time delete anything relating to Ryujin and the internal Neuroamp.
So the public will never know Infinity Ltd successfully stole from Ryujin Industries.
Exactly. And what the public doesn't know doesn't hurt them. Now, we don't want to mess on this one. A body count will only distract from what we're trying to accomplish here. Simon Rychek provided some useful info on how to evacuate civilians from the building. I'm sure you remember him from Sidonia. Infinity's maintenance crew is understaffed. It's only a matter of time before pressure gauges go unchecked and they have a massive issue on their hands. Once that pressure becomes too much, every floor in the building is going to suffer from gas leaks, setting off an automated alarm to evacuate the building. Simon was able to get a passcode for you to access their system's computer, so you can force the heating system to fail.
Alright, I'll take it into consideration.
I'd highly advise you use it. This assignment isn't the time to test your abilities. The only thing you're out there to prove is that you can get this job done. We're also issuing you an operative suit.
Ooh.
It should help reduce their ability to detect you. These suits are typically reserved for the senior ranks, but we want to reduce as much risk as possible.
Stealth suit or no suit? They'll never know I was there. That's right there. I could have used that a long time ago. Yeah, why didn't you give it to me when you asked me to do all these stealth stuff? Oh my god.
Well, you're still here, so apparently you didn't need it that bad.
Once you've run the Overseer program and obtained the prototype, your final step is to deliver the slate to David Barron at the SSNN field office. If he asks questions, feel free to give him just enough information to pique his interest, but no mention of Ryujin or who you are. SSNN is used to anonymous tips. They'll do whatever verifications they deem necessary on their own to confirm the story.
Oh, corporate story of the decade. I'd love to see the look on Lucas's face when the story is broadcast system-wide. I'll make sure David Barron at SSNN gets the slate.
Good. I guarantee the moment he scratches the surface on that story, he'll have a broadcast sent to every system. So, any final questions before you go?
What kind of security am I looking at? Entering LTD. Could you go over my targets one more time? How is the internal amp going to come in handy here? Yeah, how is this internal amp going to come in handy here?
You have the ability to manipulate others. If someone's in your way, you could get them to move. If someone has a key card, that means you have a key card. The possibilities here are really up to you.
Oh, man. All right.
Good luck, and be sure to report directly back to me when you return.
Here's Simon's passcode, your operative suit, the Overseer program, and your cover identity. Your cover ID card is encoded with roof entry and elevator access, so that's your ticket in, either way. Don't screw this up. Skylar Lumen?
She just called me Skylar Lumen, so I guess I am my identity.
Is no joke in the boardroom.
Alright, so we need to drop off Imogene's program with Dalton real quick.
Do you have the program?
Here, do what you need to.
With pleasure. So, let's take a look. Aha. The decryptions hit a snag. There's definitely something here. This is exactly what we needed. According to this code, Ularo intended to plant false evidence that would show Masako was working with Lucas. The moment you launched the Overseer program, a series of fabricated communication files would have been uploaded to the Infinity Ltd network. One of them even frames Masako for encouraging Lucas to push for early human trials. I'm going to copy the necessary files off this slate and issue you a new one. I want to keep this one intact, so Ularo can't dispute it. All right. Now, we finally have the evidence we need to prove Ularo's guilt.
So Ularo's going to frame Masako and use her Overseer program to do it.
Yes. And had you not brought this program to me in the first place, you would have been the one planting the false evidence. Without that falsified evidence, Ularo is in for a big surprise. I fully expect she'll be eagerly awaiting SSNN's broadcast, anticipating Masako to be accused alongside Lucas Drexler. Here's the new slate with the revised Overseer program. Let's get this assignment finished the right way.
Alright, so let's do a quick save. And there we go, folks. A lot of talking today. A lot of intrigue. So we will get to the next phase of this on the next episode. Appreciate you joining me. If you like my kind of spastic and goofy content, make sure you click on subscribe and click on that bell to get notified when I upload new stuff.
I've got my eye on
And I hope to see you back here on the next episode. Until then, have a good one.
More time to doubt myself.